Hi, Dana.
Hi, hello, Dana Abercrombie, the Koalition. Thank you so much for speaking with me, and thank you for creating this movie. I
Oh,
had, I had so much fun. You managed to top what you did originally. So my question is, when did the wheels start turning for there to be a Sonic 2? I know we had the teaser at the end with Tails, so we knew it was coming, but when did that story start developing?
very, very soon after. I think just personally, the idea of getting Sonic and Tails together, sending them on a big action adventure, it was so exciting. I mean, yeah, and to have audiences react so positively to the first film, to know how excited they were about where we ended, to be teasing Tails, to be teasing Robotnik as the bald head, big mustache version that all the fans know from the games. I mean, yeah, it just gave us so much wonderful momentum going into number two.
Now, what I love is seeing Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles on the screen. I grew up playing the games, and just to see them on screen was something I never would have imagined. Can you talk about the importance of adding those three? And they're vastly different from each other, especially their story. So, what was that kind of the importance for that?
Oh, just to do what as a kid, what I would have just been it would have been impossible for me to imagine that I was going to get to go to a movie and see Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles and Jim Carrey playing Dr. Robotnik. I mean, the 13-year-old version of me would be impossible to dream that big. So it's so great that we were able to do it. I'm so proud of the movie. I think fans are going to be so excited to finally see Tails and Sonic have an adventure, see Knuckles in the mix. Yeah, it's just who could have imagined we would have ended up here, but I'm so glad we did.
Yes. And this is also kind of a coming of age story for Sonic as well. He's trying to come into his own. He wants to be a hero. And you also see him, it kind of feels like he's in those teenage stages. So was that kind of based on sometimes just watching people in their natural element, growing up as a kid and kind of trying to find your way that you really wanted to put into Sonic and his story?
Oh, absolutely. You're always looking for ways to ground these characters in relatable emotions, in emotions that the audience is going to sort of recognize in themselves and say, I've been there, I've felt that way, I know what Sonic's going through, because then you're just going to be invested in them so much more. And I think that's something that really audiences responded to in the first film. And now we just want to continue that journey. We want everyone to be rooting for Sonic, to have him figure it out, to have him find his way. And yeah, I think that's really what people love about movies and what they respond to is just character.
Mhm. Now, Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, he is a whole just mood himself, and it's wonderful to see him back. I was wondering when it came for his character, was I know obviously there was probably some improvisation going on, but what was it like with that? Was there a collaborative effort in order to get his character down right? Because there are elements from the video games. I'm like, I remember that. Was that?
I mean, Jim loves playing this character and has so many ideas. But as a director that's amazing to have an actor that's so invested and cares so much about getting it right. But yeah, he's all energy, all creative energy. He brings just wonderful ideas to the set. He's always pitching stuff, but also just always very respectful of the fans and the Robotnik that they know from the games, and just making sure that we find we craft kind of the ultimate version for everyone just to see on the big screen.
Now, what I love also is how there are elements again that feel like it's ripped out of the game. Can you talk about the inspiration, especially behind the look? There's some sceneries in there. There's a part with the water where you can rip it out from like there's a bubble element that we're not going to really spoil. I'm like, oh my God, you did it. So, what was that planning like when you're sitting down with the script and also the video games and wanting to incorporate both?
I think the idea is all those Easter eggs are always at the back of your mind as we're going through and we're plotting the story. Obviously, you want the story to drive the story and not necessarily have the Easter eggs. But it's so great that once you're in a position where we feel like we've got the right story, we've got the right take, and then going in and weaving those elements in here and there, because you just know that fans are going to have such a great time seeing them in the film, recognizing them, calling them out. And there are very obvious ones, and there are some that are very they're very deep. So that I think that's what makes a great Easter egg is just the fun of finding them. And there's so many in these films. I can't wait for fans to sort of take a crack at trying to find them all.
Right. And there was also a lot of human elements with this as well. We have especially with Tika Sumpter's character and James Marsden, they add that parental figure in there. And also we have others. You have the best friend and what's going on with Shemar Moore's character. How is it like balancing the story of what Sonic's going through with also the human characters and their storyline?
Oh, it's a challenge, but that's the fun. It's the fun of crafting the story, of finding the way to take all these great elements and to balance them, to make them complement each other, to have them all come together and deliver the same message. And this message is of the importance of family, of friendship, of finding your squad, all of that. And it's just that's the joy of filmmaking, though, is knowing the story you want to tell, and then kind of taking all the pieces you have and just using it to strengthen that.
Was there a favorite moment where you sat down, you planned it all out, and it worked, and you've seen it on the big screen that you was just really proud of?
The first piece of concept art we created for the film was the image of Tails flying the biplane with Sonic on the wing, going up against this big, colossal Death Egg robot. And it was such a striking image. It felt like such a big, amazing Sonic movie. And then when we actually got to create that in visual effects, I had just got goosebumps. I was like, I can't believe we were able to do it. I can't believe we were able to make a Sonic movie this big that stays so faithful to what fans love about the games. I'm so proud and so excited for audiences to see it.
What also I loved is there are elements that it's very self-aware. It makes fun of its own self. The marketing has always been superb when it comes to the Sonic franchise. Was there a moment where that completely cracked you up, that you was like, we have to get this in there?
Oh, well, I mean, when I was driving in today and seeing the promotional material for the Sonic 2 video game cartridge, which has the big number 2 and Robotnik peeking over the side, it's just iconic. It's just, that's the cover of the game. And the fact that the marketing team very brilliantly crafted that and took our movie characters and recreated that image. I mean, again, how can you not love that? I mean, that's such a universal, that's just a win for the fans. I mean, just it's so great.
Right. What also, I keep saying what I love, with Knuckles, the casting of Idris Elba. At first, people were like, oh, I don't know, but it worked superbly. What was it that you saw in Idris as Knuckles that the audience at first didn't see at first? We didn't get.
I mean, he's a badass. You hear his voice and he's just got gravitas and strength and all the stuff that we just wanted Knuckles to have. We want Knuckles to be taken seriously. Like, he's a serious challenger to Sonic. Like that this movie is that's what I was so excited about exploring, is the Sonic versus Knuckles sort of rivalry and just making Knuckles a serious contender. And Idris, oh my gosh, he just crushed it.
Wonderful. If you could describe Sonic 2 using 3 words, what would you say?
Heart, humor, and action.
Ooh, I like that very much. And lastly, what does Sonic 2 mean to you?
Sonic 2?
Yeah.
Big fun movie. Great time. Cannot wait for audiences to just grab your friends, grab your family, find the biggest screen possible. I know you're going to have an amazing time.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for speaking with me. Again, I enjoyed the movie. Everyone I know who's in the audience was like, yes.
Oh, that's so great to hear. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Take care.